Rey. Ingresa a tec.rs/sorteo líder a líder y súmate para que más jóvenes puedan cumplir sus sueños. El sorteo líder a líder es promovido por las y los líderes del mañana del TEC de Monterrey. Permiso Segov 2025-0016-PS00.
Toda la información del mundo deportivo con Aarón Martínez y Bruno Vélez. No te lo pierdas de lunes a viernes en punto de las 12:30 del mediodía. Solo por Tech Sounds Radio.
Esta Semana Santa, déjate sorprender por los tesoros del arte y la historia en el Museo La Milarca. Descubre más de nuestro México, admira fósiles milenarios y maravíllate con la riqueza de nuestro pasado. Te esperamos en el Parque Rufino Tamayo en San Pedro Garza García, del 12 al 27 de abril. Museo La Milarca, historia y arte en un solo lugar.
¡Hey, tú! Sí, tú que me estás escuchando. ¿No se te olvida algo? Algo muy importante que necesitarás para el próximo 1 de junio, ¿no? Mejor te lo recuerdo. Si solicitaste la reimpresión de tu credencial para votar sin cambio de datos, tienes hasta el 30 de mayo para ir a recogerla al módulo donde hiciste tu solicitud. Así podrás participar en las elecciones del Poder Judicial. Este 1 de junio, tu participación fortalece la democracia. INE.
En 2025, por primera vez elegiremos a personas juzgadoras del Poder Judicial de la Federación. El 1 de junio será la elección en la que se renovarán 881 cargos. Ahora podemos elegir a quienes imparten la justicia en nuestro país. Conoce más sobre los cargos que podrás elegir en INE.mx. Con tu participación, organizaremos y celebraremos una vez más elecciones auténticas y confiables. Este 1 de junio, participa. INE.
XHTEC 94.9 FM, transmitiendo con 20.000 watts de potencia desde el Tecnológico de Monterrey, Campus Monterrey, Garzazada 2501 Sur, Monterrey, Nuevo León, México. 94.9 FM, la emisora de radio del TEC de Monterrey, Tech Sounds Radio. El siguiente programa es clasificación A, contenido apto para todo público.
Las opiniones vertidas en el siguiente programa son de exclusiva responsabilidad de quienes las emiten y no representan necesariamente el pensamiento o la línea editorial de esta emisora y su institución.
Experiencias académicas, culturales y personales compartidos por estudiantes internacionales en el TEC de Monterrey.
I like that.
Welcome to the space in which students from all over the world share their exchange experiences with us. Una visión única de quienes llegan a nuestro país y la travesía de los que se van en busca de una experiencia global. Esto es Global Connection con Carolina Alcántara. Iniciamos.
Hola y bienvenidos a Global Connection. Yo soy Carolina Alcántara, estudiante XHTEC, iba a decir. Bueno, soy XHTEC, pero también soy International Programs Advisor. Es que aquí se me andaban cruzando los cables porque el programa va a ser en inglés. Y de hecho hoy tenemos a dos personas, a dos chicas que vienen de dos diferentes países. Hoy vamos a tener una diferente perspectiva, va a ser un poco más sobre la amistad que se desarrolla durante el intercambio. Y el programa, como les comentaba hace unos instantes, va a ser en inglés. Entonces, las voy a presentar para que sepan un poco de ellas. Comenzamos con Anna Marlene Speck.
Hello.
Ella viene desde Alemania. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you so much. Hello.
And it's really nice having you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
No, of course. And we have here, y bueno, les digo un poquito en español, pero luego también ya voy a cambiar a inglés. Pero tenemos por segunda ocasión, y de hecho ella fue con la que iniciamos el programa de radio. We have Luca Pels, and but I'm going to say also, I don't know how to, still, it's difficult to say your other last name, but it's Durfeld. Oh my God, it's the second show, and it's still
you
difficult.
got it, it's closer.
Durfeld.
Durfeld. Yeah, it's fine.
Almost there, almost there. But it's really nice having you back, Luca.
It's so nice to be back. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and it's nice that this time we're gonna be talking a little bit more about how is the experience overall, like in like your exchange, how it's been, for example, for you, Luca, how it's been being here for a year, how that experience has been so far, and also like meeting Anna and Anna also being this her first semester. So it's gonna be nice having also like another point of view now that you have been already for almost a year here.
Yes.
And Anna also telling us a little bit like with the fresh eyes of what's also like having a friendship with Luca, because I mean she already kind of has the insights of how this works.
Yes, that's true.
Well, you're listening to Global Connection here in Tech Sounds Radio. Stay tuned.
Crónicas de un intercambio. La experiencia de vivir en México. Chronicles of an Exchange.
Bueno, empezamos con Crónicas de un Intercambio. So we start with Chronicles of an Exchange. And we're going to talk in this phase a little bit more about what's it's like to come to Mexico and meet new people. Like this experience, how it started, what were your expectations before coming, and how is everything going right now? Whichever wants to start.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start because I feel like, I mean, I arrived 2 or 3 months ago and you've already been here for a year, so maybe it's more fresh for me. But like in the beginning, I was not scared, but I thought maybe it's gonna be more difficult to meet people. I was like, oh, like I'm glad I know some people from my home university because I don't know like how fast can I meet new people. And then I got like really lucky because I met Luca like on my first day here, which was like super nice because now we're actually friends and like it worked out. And like I've never been alone like one day here, so this is like really, really nice. And actually like I don't think anyone should be scared because here are like so many people. I feel like it's like more difficult to not meet anyone than to meet anyone because like there are just people, internationals, but also like Mexican people here as well. Like, and everyone is so open and like it's really, really easy to connect. So yeah.
Yeah, I think also it's like Anna said, it's almost easier it's almost harder not to meet people. Like it's harder to say no to all the plans there than actually to go, because there's so many things going on and so many plans, and people invite you every day to something, or you will do something every day and invite people. So it's actually easier, to just go and meet people, and everyone is so nice from all the different countries. And I feel like people who go on exchange are also a certain type of people who actually wants to meet people. So there's no angry people or no people who doesn't want to be social. So everyone is super nice.
Cause like everyone's like outgoing, right?
Yes, everyone's outgoing and super inviting and super welcoming.
And everyone is in the same situation because like everyone comes here alone, so like everyone wants to meet people. So I feel like everyone wants to do the same thing. So it's like really nice that everyone is so open and like we're all doing the same. So it's nice. Yeah, and it's also easy to connect because we're all in the same situation, and like it's a new area, like a new country, and like I don't know, I think it's cool and it's easy, and you get to know like so many different people from different countries, as you said as well. So like it's also interesting to get to know about their culture or like their country and whatever. So I think it's also like really interesting to meet so many new people.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many things to do, so it's not like you have to think about what can we do today. There's nothing to do. There's always so much to do, and because of the weather, it's always so nice. You can always be outside. Compared to at home, when it's winter, it's so hard to make plans because it's like, we can't be outside because it's too cold or it's raining. So here it's just like, we can go for a walk, or we can go and play some sport, go for an ice cream. It's super easy to make plans.
Yes.
Now that everyone has here your experience so far, like making friends, I want you to give yourself like this space to give also like an introduction of who are you, where are you from, and what are you studying? And then I was gonna tell you another question, but then I was like, maybe it's gonna be too much, but let's start with that.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
Okay, so my name is Anna. I'm from Germany. I study at University of Pforzheim because there are lots of people from Pforzheim here, so maybe it's nice to know. And I study business and marketing. And yes, I think that's it, right? Was there another question?
Yes, that's it.
And my name is Luca. I live in Copenhagen in Denmark, and I'm studying at the Danish Technical University in Denmark. I'm studying engineering in healthcare technology on my bachelor's. And yeah, I'm here for my second semester now.
And why did you decide to do an exchange? What was the first thing that came into your mind? Like, I want to do an exchange.
I think for me, since I started university and even before, that was actually a motivation on going to university, because you had to get the experience to study somewhere else and to live somewhere else for a while. And I'm really enjoying it. I expected to enjoy it, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And I wanted to do it because I think it's so nice and so cool to experience a different culture, not just on holiday, but actually living in a different place and getting to know the place super well and the people as well. So yeah, I think that's just something I've always wanted to do.
Yes, I agree. So like before I started studying, I already spent 1 year abroad. So I was like, okay, if I go on a study, I definitely want to have the chance to like spend a semester somewhere else. So this was like one of the reasons why I chose this program. And yeah, as you said, like I expected it to be like really nice, but I feel like it's even nicer than I expected it to be. So I'm like really happy with my decision.
And why Mexico?
That's a good question. I don't know. It was like kind of spontaneous with me, honestly, like because I was actually in between Spain and Mexico, and then I talked to like some people and everyone loved Mexico. So I was like, okay, maybe I should try it out. And then I don't know, I looked it up and I looked at pictures and the university looked so great. So, and everyone was like really happy about their decision coming here. So I don't know, I just made the decision and now I'm really happy I did.
I think for me, I wanted to go somewhere outside of Europe. And I really wanted to go somewhere in Latin America or Africa. And my university didn't have any partner universities in Africa. So I also really wanted to learn Spanish. And Tech was the university with most courses in English. And it looked the nicest in the pictures. So, and all the reviews looked really, really nice. So yeah, I think because of that, everyone is talking really good about being here.
What did you decide to stay longer? Because
yes, I was originally only planning on staying for 1 semester, but then at the end of last semester, I was really lucky. I made it before the deadline, but I got to stay another semester and like longer my stay because I really liked it here. And some of my courses didn't get approved by my home university, but I didn't like they told me too late, so I couldn't change them. So I had to do another semester or summer school no matter what because I was missing some credits. And then I was thinking, of course, I would rather do another semester here than do it at home. So I'm really happy that it worked out. I could stay another semester.
Yeah, because it was a decision that you kind of were like, maybe I should stay, maybe I shouldn't.
Yes, because I wasn't sure about the credits, if I could take them sometimes else or if I should do it over the summer. But then I was like, okay, I'm missing like 2 whole classes. And now I also got to take some classes that I was meant to do next semester. So my next semester will also be even less workload. So it's gonna, I'm really happy about my decision. And I think last time I was here with a guy from Denmark as well. And I think he's almost regretting that he didn't do the same because now he's seeing
Shout out to Christopher.
Yeah, because he's seeing like, I want to be there with you and with our other roommate who was also here. And yeah, I'm really, really happy I'm here.
Yeah, because actually you were... before that, I want to ask you something also, Anna.
Okay.
What about the credits, the courses? When you decided to also like enroll here, what the courses were for you, like that experience? Did you thought like, okay, I want to go there for the courses, or it was more like, okay, you tell me. I'm not gonna put more thoughts into your mind.
I feel like, okay, so because my home university actually tells me what kind of classes I need to take here, so I have like a list of classes that I need to take, so I can't really choose what I like a little bit, but not really. So I did not think a lot about the classes actually until I was here, or at least until like I had to select the classes. But then it was like actually really easy because like we have the like list of all the classes that you offer here, and then of course like I need to do the English ones because I don't speak Spanish. And then I like, for me it was actually really easy to choose the classes, so that was like a good experience. But I didn't think a lot about like it was not one of the reasons why I came here, because I did not. But now I feel like I'm actually in class you can meet lots of people, and I feel like you can build a friendship more easily if you have to see the person 2 times a week anyway. So I feel like that's actually nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, for everyone that's also listening to us, either in YouTube or live in the radio, what you might not know is that actually we have a totem outside. It's if you go to the mural, the main mural of Rectoria, if you walk a little bit further, there's the meditation center, and then is this big building. Okay, girls, it's a pop quiz. What's the name of this building? You remember?
The rectory?
No, where we are. Where the...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you earn a star.
Yay.
And in this place is where actually the cabin of Tech Sounds Radio is. But also we have like some flags, and we also have like this totem that I was telling you about, and it's where you can see all of these international students that are here. For instance, it comes a flag and the amount of students that are currently here overall. It's not only exchange, it's also students that study regularly here. And we have one student from Denmark in this case. Yeah, and it's nice because often it depends of the semester. I would say Germans, we always have a lot of Germans.
There's lots of Germans here.
I think even for Germans, it's,
yes.
It's sometimes surprising to see that there's a lot of Germans.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like not annoying, but like I go outside and there are like Germans everywhere. I talk to them in English and they're like, "Oh, we're German." I'm like, "Oh, hi." Yeah,
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I think I know you would tell me, but out of the nationalities, I would say Germans often tend to speak more English here than German when they're with other international students, not only Germans, right? Well, I feel that kind of they're inclusive, or not.
I feel
Or
when
not.
I'm around German people like you and the other girls, I feel like you're really good at just speaking English all the time, even though you're not talking directly to me. But when you're talking in front of me, you'll still speak English. Whereas some other people from other countries, I feel like they tend more to speak their own language. So I will say you're right in that. I feel like German people actually speak English most of the time when they're around other people.
Yeah, because sometimes I think you feel left out when you don't know the language, and you're like, I mean, it's not like you're thinking they're intrusive thoughts like, oh my god, they're talking about me, but it's more about like you feel left out because you cannot even engage in the conversation. And I think you have felt that, like, of course, like when you are with international students, you feel like there's some people you can bond more than others, depending on the nationality, or is it not like that, or is more the person? What would you say?
Yeah, I think it really depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like some people love to speak only German to each other, even if there's like someone else who is not German. But like others like try to speak English. I mean, sometimes it happens that you like talk German, but like, I don't know. I feel like it really depends. For example, in like one class, there's only Mexican and me. And of course, they like to speak Spanish because like it's their language. And like I'm the only person who doesn't understand. So I feel like sometimes I feel like that in that class because then, I mean, it's easier for them or like more natural for them to talk in Spanish. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't know. But they also try to speak English. Like, I feel like it really depends on the person. Like, I feel like some people are more like, oh, we're just going to talk in our language. And so others really try to include. So I feel like it depends.
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like some people maybe doesn't feel that comfortable speaking English. Maybe they're not like a bit insecure about speaking English, and when they're with people from the same country as them, they feel like it's awkward trying to speak English when they already know a different language. But I don't know, I feel like in general people are really good at including in conversations.
And how do you feel right now? Because actually last semester there were like 20 Danish,
Yeah,
and now you're the only one.
I think it's nice to have both experiences. I think it's super nice that I got to, because last semester when I came, I didn't know anyone. So all the Danish people I met were actually new for me as well. So it's super nice that I got some friends now in Denmark that I shared this experience with. But before I even came here, I was hoping there was not going to be that many Danish people because I didn't go all this way to be with Danish people. But I'm super happy to have experienced both. So last semester, I got some friends from Denmark and it was super nice. I had a lot of fun. And this semester, I got some friends from other countries and that's super nice too. So I think there's good things about both.
And what would you say is like the main difference between one semester to the other?
I think this semester is a bit more chill, if I can say. I think last semester we were a lot more exchange students, and because of that, there was more things going on. Like there was party every single day, and I feel like people were a bit more crazy. I don't know. I think this semester people are more together in a group. Like everyone is inviting everyone. Last semester it was more like, okay, there's this group, there's this group. Of course, not everyone know each other now, but I think people are more like one big group, and I think it's a bit more chill, yeah. But super nice, both of them.
And how do you feel this? I know you don't have the experience from last semester, but for instance, what's your first insight of this semester so far?
I really like it. I feel like every day there's something else to do, so I feel like I like never get bored. There's always something to do, like because like as you said, like people are always inviting and like every day there's something else. Like if we just go to a soccer game or like go to the gym or like I don't know, then there's like something every Wednesday and every Saturday as well. So I feel like there's lots of things to do. So this has been like really fun and also so many people. So it's actually really nice because like there are like people from my home university, so I have them actually live together with them, but also I have like now friends from Denmark or Norway or like, so it's like really interesting and really cool. We also do lots of barbecues, for example, so I feel like it's really nice. Yeah, it's chill, but I feel like we do a lot as well.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I feel
it's like a good mix of everything, I feel.
Yeah, I think now this semester there's more time to actually do stuff. I think last semester it was a bit stressful because it was like, oh, we have to do this, we have to do this. I don't know, people are like, there would be 4 parties at the same time and it's like, what should I go to? Where now I feel like someone would host a party but then invite everyone.
Yeah.
So it would be more like, okay, this is the plan. Instead of, oh, should we go here, 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 here? And not everyone would be together at the same time. So I think this is one of the good parts about being not that many exchange students because you get to see the people more, like the same people you get to see more
connection.
And I feel like I know everyone. Like I probably don't, but I feel like I know lots of people, so it's like really nice. And everyone is like really open with inviting. Like if you're doing a barbecue, they're probably like,
oh, you can bring whoever you
like
want.
everyone coming.
And I think last semester it would be like there's already so many people.
Yeah, so the plans would change all the time. It would be like, should we go here? We should go here. But it was also nice. Like
it's not,
I'm not
it's
complaining.
Different.
Yeah. So both semesters are super, super nice. I can't complain.
Of course, I think, and even it's like, it's different people, a different like vibe that you might feel. Of course, after also having one semester, you can expect one semester to be the same to the first semester that you have.
I think maybe also I'm just a bit more chill because now I know everything. So it's like I don't have to stress about where are my classes in campus and who can I speak to if I need this and like where to go to eat and where is the football courts. I know like all the locations now, so I think that's also like of course less stressful. That in the beginning I didn't have to get to know all the locations.
So you feel more like a fish in the water. A Danish fish.
Swimming.
Well, we're gonna change to the next section and. Well, stay tuned. Remember, you can see us physically in YouTube. And also, remember, you're listening to Tech Sounds Radio and you're listening to Global Connection.
A miles de kilómetros, descubriendo un mundo de posibilidades. Thousands of kilometers.
Well, in this part, usually we have a student from tech that did an exchange, right? But I told you at the beginning that, and everyone that's listening to us, that this program is going to be a little bit different because it's also centered in friendship. So let's start this part like we started last section, and it will be more about like you telling a little bit of what's the experience of making friends in your country. For instance, what's the experience of having a friend in Denmark or in Germany? If someone from Mexico was going there, what would you say from your perspective, of course?
From my perspective, I think that Mexican people are way more open than German people. I don't know. Like, I feel like here everyone is like super open and super friendly, and they're like, they know you like 2 minutes and they're like, oh, do you want to come to my house? Do you want to do something tonight? Do you want to go for dinner? Like, they're like really open, and I love that. I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like Germans are not that open. I feel like they're more like, yeah, nice to meet you. But I don't know. I feel like here, like, people are way more friendly and open, and like, this is really nice. And I feel like it's really, really easy to make friends here. I don't know. Maybe it's also because I'm in a different situation here. So back home, maybe I'm not trying that hard to make friends. I don't know. But I feel like here it's more easy because people are more open, and they like love to meet new people, and they're like, oh, so do you have a boyfriend? So what do you do? Like, what, they're like really interested in you, and that's like really nice. So I feel like here it's more easy to meet people than in German. I feel like Germans are more like, not cold, but like a little bit more, not as open. Yeah, you do know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. So I feel like actually it's really nice to make friends here.
But do you think it's a personality trait from all Germans, or it's just like, because I mean,
I don't know.
I see you and I don't know. Well, maybe Luca can tell us a little bit more about that insight, but
yeah,
I would say you're not the typical German, or
For sure.
I mean, it probably does depend on like the person. Like here, like are lots of Germans as well, and they're like super open and super like not. Yeah, everyone is nice, but like
I think people who comes here on exchange doesn't really represent the country, because there's a certain type of people who choose to go on exchange. For example, from my class at home, I think we were 3 people out of 35 who actually went on exchange, and because of that, I think it doesn't represent the Danish people too much, because it's not everyone who would like to go on exchange, and not everyone is open enough to go on exchange. But I think in Denmark, people like to do, like, they have their friend group, and then they're not that open to letting people into the friend group. So I think if you're on exchange in Denmark or Germany, I guess it's kind of similar, the culture. But they would invite you, and they would be super helpful and nice to you, but they wouldn't really let you into the friend group. It would take some time. Like, they would be super nice to you. Maybe they will invite you 1 time or twice, but it's not like they will put you in the groups yet.
But would you say that when you are in exchange, for instance, you have another personality than the one that you have at home? So you became more of an open person. So like the people that you meet here.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be more open because you don't know anyone. So it kind of forces you to be more open, but it's still your personality. It's still nice, and I think it's something you actually want.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that I have a different personality, but I feel like at home, I don't know if I would text a random girl and be like, hey, do you want to like have lunch today? And then like actually meet up and like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be that open as well at home. Maybe because also like you're comfortable because you have some friends, you have like your family around, so you don't actually have to.
Yeah, you don't have
meet
the need
people.
to.
Yeah. So maybe I'm also more open here. I don't know. I don't think I have a different personality, but as you said, like here you need to be like more open.
Yeah.
You give yourself a chance to be like more bold, right? Like because if not, I think if you don't do that, well, before that, I want you to tell us a little bit of how you guys met.
Well, just actually what I said, it's like I just texted her randomly. we had a Zoom call with you. I think it was like. I don't know, 2 weeks before we were arriving. I don't know. And then I don't know how I got your number, but I just randomly texted her and I was like, hey, so are you going to Monterrey as well? And then she was like, yeah. And then she was already here for 1 semester. So that was really nice because I could ask her like lots of questions. I was like, so how does this work? And then we like texted for like a couple of weeks, and then we both arrived early, so it was like 1 week before the semester actually started. So there was also no one else here.
But we were meeting up like every day.
Yes. And then we met like once, and we actually liked each other. And then we ended up seeing each other like every day for a week. And then, it was like we got really lucky. So that was really nice.
Yeah, I feel like it's super, super nice.
Yeah.
To have someone that you knew from the very beginning. And I feel like we always do so much stuff together. And it's so, so nice.
Yes. But also I feel like friendships here, I feel like they're like faster than at home, because like we see each other almost every day and like do so many things together and experience so many things together as well. So I feel like this feels like we have been friends for like, I don't know, 5 years, but it's actually like, I don't know,
2 months,
2 months maybe. So it's really fun.
I think you bond easier here.
Yeah, I think so too.
You have more experiences that you would regularly have with someone. Maybe like at home you have in a longer span of time all of the experiences you have with a friend.
Yeah.
But here you have it like, there you have it like for years, and here you have it for months.
Yeah.
Like, that's super nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go to a short break. Para todos los que nos están escuchando, estamos ahorita con Ana y Luca. Ana es de Alemania y Luca es de Dinamarca, y nos están contando un poquito de su experiencia, de su amistad acá en el Tecnológico de Monterrey, en su intercambio. Y sigan con nosotros. Recuerden que están escuchando Global Connection aquí en Tech Sounds Radio.
Ahora. Te presentamos los básicos para vivir seguro en la era digital.
Activa la verificación de 2 pasos para ingresar a tu red social. Y que cada contraseña de las redes sociales sea diferente y única. No aceptes solicitudes de amistad o peticiones de seguir de desconocidos. Solo acepta solicitudes de personas que conozcas y confíes. Limita la información de perfil. No reveles demasiada información personal, ya que un cibercriminal puede estar atento a la información que mantienes pública. Monitorea tus redes sociales, revisando regularmente la actividad de tus cuentas para detectar actividad sospechosa. Ten cuidado al autorizar aplicaciones de terceros para acceder a tus cuentas, juegos o encuestas a las que ingresas a través de redes sociales. La mayoría de ellos requiere tu información para llenarte de spam.
Sigue aquí y no te pierdas los básicos para vivir seguro en la era digital.
Tech Sounds Radio.
Llega Lucha Librotech 2025, el torneo literario más emocionante en el que las y los participantes escriben en vivo, usando máscaras de lucha libre para mantener su identidad en secreto. 2 personas, 3 palabras sorpresa, 5 minutos para redactar un cuento breve frente al público y un jurado. ¿El premio? La publicación de tu obra. Consulta las bases e inscríbete en ediciones.tech.mx/ES/Lucha Libro 2025. Un evento de la Dirección Nacional de Desarrollo Cultural de la Escuela de Humanidades y Educación. Lucha Librotech 2025. Improvisa, escribe, publica.
Descubre cómo la obesidad impacta cada fase del ciclo de la vida. El TEC de Monterrey te invita al Congreso Internacional de Investigación sobre Obesidad 2025. Explora enfoques multidisciplinarios para abordar este desafío de salud. Asiste este 29 y 30 de abril al Pabellón La Carreta, Campus Monterrey. Registro y mayores informes en iorconference.tech.mx. Sigue la transmisión por live.tech. Congreso Internacional de Investigación sobre Obesidad. Ideas y soluciones innovadoras para el bienestar de la sociedad. Evento híbrido gratuito y para todo público.
Persea americana.
100 puntos.
¿Por qué sabes el nombre científico del aguacate?
Oigan, ¿saben qué deberíamos conocer? ¿Quiénes son las candidaturas para la Sala Superior del Tribunal Electoral?
¿Para qué?
Por primera vez elegiremos estos cargos. Escanea el QR de tu INE o entra a Conóceles, Practica y Ubica. Ahí puedes conocer a las candidaturas, sus propuestas, trayectoria profesional, la boleta, practicar tu voto y hasta ubicar tu casilla. Este 1 de junio, vota por una magistrada y un magistrado de la Sala Superior del Tribunal Electoral.
INE.
Voces.
Now the news.
Música. Ruido. Silencios. Tu mundo a través del sonido. Tech Sounds Radio 94.9 FM. El desafío. La integración cultural. The Challenge.
we're back with, as the name of the section says, the challenge, el desafío, and it's more about like telling some of the maybe, I mean, it's not bad, but it's just like saying stuff that was not that easy at the beginning, and how did you overcome all of these barriers, let's say, coming from a different maybe culture, or also like country. Well, yeah, that.
I think for me, the most challenging thing was actually the credits and the courses, because the deadlines from tech and the deadlines from my university didn't really align. So I had to choose courses before even seeing the catalog here. I had to choose my courses for my university to approve them, and that's also why last semester all of them didn't get approved, because I didn't get the right courses, or they told me, because all my courses are selective courses, so I can choose basically what I want, but inside my field of studies. And the guy who has to approve my courses were like, oh, these are not super in your field, so I can only half approve them. And I think that's been like the most stressful and the most challenging thing for me, because the deadlines didn't align, and yeah, they took so long to respond back home. So when they finally replied, it was too late here to change my classes. But I'm really happy that this semester it worked out, and I tried to choose something that was like super directly into my field of studies, and I'm really happy about my classes this semester. Yeah, I think that was like the most challenging thing for me coming here.
I mean, it's nice that even though at the beginning it was difficult, now you could actually got to choose things that you're gonna get validated.
Exactly, and because some of my classes didn't get approved last semester, I got to stay here another semester. So it was actually something nice.
We say in Spanish, premio o castigo. It's
premio castigo.
Something related to like sometimes it's depends how you see it, right? It's the perspective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember like really struggling with my like course selection. I don't know, but
in general, not in
I was just thinking about it, but I think for me, actually, this one was like really easy. But yeah, I feel like it took me like 1 to 2 weeks to like adjust to Mexico. I feel like it is really different from Germany. Like, of course it is. So I feel like when I arrived, like I was excited, but I was also like it was a new apartment and like a new area, and like everyone speaks Spanish, and I was like, I'm a little bit lost here. But like after like a week, it was perfectly fine. But I feel like in the beginning, I was a little bit maybe struggling with that. And like before that, maybe like looking for an apartment and everything, it was like I was really happy that when I met Luca, or when I texted her, that I could ask her questions, because I mean it's still like really far away from home, and I'm like, even like how am I gonna get like internet or like stuff like really simple stuff. I was like really happy that I could ask her questions, because I feel like I was more scared about stuff like that, or like how's the apartment gonna look like, how's the area, is everything safe here, like, and stuff like that. I feel like I was more struggling with, like, not struggling, but like, yeah, it was more challenging to me. Yeah.
And I guess a lot of people would say like the punctuality here is a challenge, but I feel like for the two of us, it's so nice.
We're always late.
Always late as well, and that is so nice not to. I feel like at home, if I'm late, my friends are gonna be like, "You're late again." But here, it's just like, "No, it's normal, it's fine." And I love that. I'm afraid of getting back home, and I'm gonna be even more late all the time.
Me too.
But when we meet up, we're like, "Okay, let's meet at this time," and then we both like half an hour later. I'm sorry, it's fine.
Yeah.
Even it's weird because you're German, right? And in Germany, everyone is used to be like super like even like 5 minutes before time.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like they all hate me because I'm always late. Also, I'm always late to class and stuff. So I don't know. I'm like really bad with that. So maybe I should work on that. But here I don't have to, so that's really nice. That's really nice.
And you thought that it was gonna be like this, like that here?
No, I feel. I don't know. No, but I feel like people here are like a little bit more chill, so I feel like it's fine.
No, but I mean, like, before coming to Mexico, did you know about like Mexicans tend to be late, or?
No, I didn't. But I'm. It's good. But no, I didn't think about it. No.
And are Danish like the same with
Yeah,
time?
super punctual as well. If you're meeting at a dinner party, they will come.
Maybe we should stay here.
Like if you're meeting
You're
at
welcome.
8, you have to be there before 8.
Mm.
Like 8 is the latest you can get there.
Really? So what would you say if you go to a party like in your countries? Here we say, let's meet at 9, and we end up like arriving like 11:30 or 11 or 10:30. I mean earliest.
I think
What would you
for a
say?
party, you would also be late. Like you wouldn't be there at the moment, but it would maybe be half an hour late. It wouldn't be 2 hours late. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 2 hours late would maybe be kind of rude. Like in Germany, if you
Yeah,
arrive
like,
like
I
that
invited
late.
you and you don't
But-
even care to be here.
But yeah, we also show up later, but like maybe an hour, like not 2 or 3 hours later.
Yeah, I think here it's more like, I would say Mexicans tend to be more out of time where it's like more casual things like parties and meeting with friends. But like when it comes to working things, I would say it's just like, for example, classes and everything.
They're super strict.
You need to be on time.
Yeah.
Like
right.
today I was 10 minutes late, but then my teacher was like, "Oh, you're late," and then he like made a note on my name. So
That you were late?
Yeah, it was like, oh.
But I still
got
think-
attendance. Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. I still think here in class people will be just on time. Like if I have to meet at 9, they will be there like at 9. But I think in my class, when I arrive to class, everyone has been there for 20 minutes. They would be so
Really?
early. Yeah.
And the class it starts at 9, but they have been 20 minutes before
Yeah.
9.
They're like, oh, I want to set my things up, be ready.
Wow. No, we like to live on the
Yeah,
the
me
edge.
too. And I feel like always when I'm arriving, why am I the only one?
It's because you don't want to lose time. It's just like, I think it's that. It's
We're like time optimists.
Yeah, it's like I can do. We always think like we can do more things
Mhm.
with our time,
Less
and then
time.
we're like, oh my god, it's almost time. There's even a meme that I was sharing with Mariana, who's and Mariana is also an advisor that you're gonna actually meet next week because she's gonna be invited to the show and talk a little bit about the double degree programs. For instance, there's a double degree program with Forsheim, with the university where Anna is. And well, I shared with her a meme that it was like when we get to work and it's just like 8:59 and I enter at 9. So at 8:59 you were still with a towel and, and getting out of the like kind of getting out of the
That's
shower.
how I feel every day.
Yeah, but I think it's nice that you don't see that as a fault, because I think most of the people see that like, oh my god, Mexicans are always late. But would you actually like that? So
Yeah.
yes, I actually really like it.
I think you're the first ones to be in this show that like
Really?
yeah. I would
Oh.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think last semester all the Danish people were always like, okay, let's come here. And I was always like, no, let's wait a little because I don't want to be the first ones every time. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people enjoy not being punctual.
Yeah.
When they're used to being punctual.
Yeah, I think it's a personality trait also sometimes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because maybe it could be cultural because everyone in a culture might be in a certain way, but I think also you can see, for instance, Anna is German, Luca is Danish, and in their countries, punctuality it's something that it's like always strict, but you don't mind, so that's nice. It shows the diversity of people, you know.
Yeah.
That the stereotypes not always are like that.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And what stereotype when you were here, well, before coming to Mexico, what stereotype did you hear about Mexicans?
That they're crazy. No, I hear that they're like a little toxic sometimes. They like to talk and to gossip and I mean, I think that's a part of being open as well, to talk with a lot of people and talk about a lot of people, but not in a bad way, but like everyone knows everyone and talks about, I don't know, I think not in a bad way, but yeah, everyone knows everyone.
But do you think Mexicans overshare?
I think, like Anna said before, they will ask a lot of personal questions that you
like the
wouldn't
second
do.
question would be like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Like, what do you like? They're like really open, but I think I don't think it's oversharing.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I would say, for instance, for Anna, it depends who was asking that question, because if it was a guy, maybe he was interested.
That's why everyone's asking.
No, but it's also girls being like, hey, like I feel like they really want to get to know you.
Yeah,
So
I think it's a good thing.
I think so too. Yes. Yeah. I don't know any stereotype. Maybe
No,
that they eat tacos and drink tequila, but I feel like that's actually true.
We do enjoy a lot of tacos and tequila. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And I think because tacos are everywhere, it's like our fast food, right? I would say that. I'm not actually sure if it's like considered like our fast food, but it's everywhere and it's actually faster than any other dish.
And I think it's so funny that you have like tacos for like different kind of tacos for like every occasion. Like when you have dinner, you go to this taco place. When you have breakfast, you go to this place. Like I think it's really funny.
Yeah, I think that's a nice thing because we can always keep eating tacos. Like there's for a full day, you can eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and after our food, we tacos.
But I love it, so I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that you love it because I think most of Mexicans love that.
I think that's one of the things I'm gonna miss the most.
Me too. I really like the food. Yes.
Yeah.
I will hold that thought. We're gonna go to actually the nice things of your exchange in the next part. So stay tuned. This is Global Connection.
Impacto positivo. Resultados de una experiencia académica. Positive Impact.
Well, now that we're gonna see the positive things, I want to ask you, do you think you could say a phrase also? I mean, it's not that about a strictly positive thing, but in Spanish, like, what's your favorite word in Spanish or something that you have learned? I mean, we cannot curse here.
Oh no, this is gonna be embarrassing because Luca's Spanish is way better than mine. I can say me llamo Ana. And how do I say Luca es muy bonita?
Hey.
Is that right?
Thank you. I think I like the phrase ahorita.
Ahorita?
Because it can mean like right now or in a while.
The temporal phrase.
Yeah. And I don't know.
But you feel that you, I mean, I think your Spanish levels are different, right? Or would you say you already like...
Yeah, I think I learned a lot of Spanish while I've been here.
But
of course, I've already been here for one semester.
Yeah, of course. No, yeah, I would say that helps.
Of course, that improved a lot. But I hope to learn even more before going back.
Yes, keep practicing. That's the thing. Yeah. For example, Anna, do you think you understand people when they speak Spanish now, or kind of?
I don't like. I feel like I understand some words. So if like I know that you're talking about a specific topic, for example, I feel like I can guess what you're talking about, or like I know like some words, and then I'm like, maybe they're talking about, but I don't really understand like some words, but I wouldn't say that I can speak Spanish.
Yeah, I think if you have a context, it's way easier. Yes. For example, meeting people for the first time, you know they're gonna ask, what is your name, where are you from? So when you can recognize some of the words, you know, okay, you already know what they're saying. But if someone's come up to you and ask you something completely random, then it's a bit harder to like, what do you mean?
And do you feel it has been something, well, like a barrier, like not knowing the language?
I feel here in tech, not at all, because everyone speaks English and all the classes are in English. It's more like, I don't know, I feel like it's actually more if I have to do something on a website that's only in Spanish, it's a bit harder to navigate the website. But I don't think so. I actually wish there were even more Spanish to practice more and to learn more. But no, I don't think it's been a barrier like that.
No, maybe in the beginning when I like did not know Spanish at all, like it was maybe a little bit difficult to even go to the grocery store because like of course they're gonna talk in Spanish because why would they talk to me in English? So but now it's like really easy, like, and they're also like really friendly, so like even if I don't understand them, they're like try to tell me what to do, like, so I don't think it's a problem, like.
Well,
no.
That's nice because I think and I like what you say that you don't expect people to speak in English because I think there's, I don't want to say cultures, but there's some people that tend to be some like Karens and stuff, like, you know.
Yeah.
And they expect people that wherever they go to speak the language, right? So it's nice that you have actually that consciousness of like, if you're going to Mexico, people are going to speak Spanish. And I mean, of course, if you don't know another language, other like English is the basic one for communicating, but it helps like getting involved with the culture and starting learning some basic words, so to get like a little bit more merged with the culture. But now we're going to the positive thing about like what we were talking before. So I want you to tell us a little bit more about your experience in relationship with, or have you traveled in Mexico? What have you thought about Mexico as a country, as a like the people, the places, and also we're gonna focus also at the food part. What would you say that it has been nice to discover around Mexico? Like, because I think Mexico is so big and there's so many different kinds of food that you can actually eat in every state. Even the tacos are not going to be the same here or in Mexico City or in another part.
Actually, I'm really excited because we both are going to travel to Oaxaca in 2 weeks. So I'm really excited for the city and the food because I've heard it's like really good there.
Oh my God, yes.
But
and I feel like we both love the food here.
Yes,
and
yes.
we're really open to try. Like, we want to try everything we see. So I'm really excited for the trip to try even more food. And as Anna said, everyone speaks so good about Oaxaca. So yeah, we're really excited to see that. Otherwise, I feel like it's a big difference going to touristic places and more local places. Also, I think the food feels more authentic in the non-touristic places. But I think I haven't been anywhere where the food has been bad at all. Like, I like the food everywhere I go.
Me too. But like, for example, one thing, I hope I'm gonna pronounce it right, but chilaquiles. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know, like, why would you eat chips and meat like all together and then for breakfast? I don't know, it seemed weird, but now I really love it. Like, I'm like, hey, can we have chilaquiles like all the time? Because I really, really like it, and I'm like really glad that I tried it here because like, I don't know, there's also like so much other things than just tacos that are like really good here. For example, we love hot dogs as well, really random. Like,
oh my God, those hot dogs.
And they're super different from
yes, they are really different. Or like also barbecues are really good here. Like,
I love the carne
yes.
asada.
Me too.
That's my favorite.
And I just traveled to Baja California, and there they have lots of fish tacos, for example, which are also like really different from the tacos here, but like really good as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to go to Oaxaca and try different food. Like, I feel like it's really different in all of the different states. So
yeah, it's so diverse.
Yeah, but it's really good.
Well, girls, it's almost time to, well, we're basically going to the summer and closing, but it has been really nice having you here, having you once again in the show after 27. This is 27 episodes, so after 27 episodes, Luca, it's back telling a little bit more about her experience for a year. And, well, we're going to go to the summary and closing, so stay tuned. You're listening to Global Connection here in Tech Sounds Radio.
Resumen. Summary.
Well, now that it's the closing time of the show, what would you say it's like the thing that you would take out of this experience? Like, what would you cherish the most? I know, I mean, there's still some couple of, well, kind of months, Yeah, months, right? Yeah, still before it's over. But what would you say it has been your overall experience?
I think meeting new people, and I really appreciate having friends in different countries. Like, I'm definitely gonna visit Anna in Germany, and I hope she's gonna visit me in Copenhagen. So I think that's also a way to even travel more and get to see new places and new cultures. And of course, all the Mexican friends I've gotten, it's so nice to just to know people around the world and to make plans with them afterwards and to stay in touch.
Yes, I agree. Like the people, but also like to travel here is like so nice, and to see Mexico. I really love the country, and yeah, I think it has been really exciting.
And what would you say now that you have been a year here, for instance? Would you recommend it, like for people to
Yes,
extend?
definitely.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend it. Like, I wouldn't have stayed here another semester if I didn't like it that much, because I feel like my family was also like, oh, are you really gonna stay another 6 months? We're gonna miss you. But I like it so much here. I have to stay if I have the opportunity. And I would definitely recommend it. I think from some of my other friends who've been on exchange other places have had a harder time making friends. And in the beginning, it's been harder to be social because maybe there hasn't been that much to do. So I would really recommend going here, especially if you're going without anyone. If you're going by yourself, this is a really, really good place to go.
Even you wanted to extend your exchange. You were thinking, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has been like really fun here. Like it's better than I expected it to be. So I was definitely thinking about doing it. I don't know. But I would definitely recommend coming here, like 100%. Also to Monterrey, because I feel like here's lots of people. The campus is really nice and you can travel easily to like different places. So yes, it was definitely a really good decision to come here.
And what would you say it's a word that wraps your whole experience here? One word.
Adventure.
I don't know. I would say amazing.
Oh, yeah. That's cute.
Ahorita.
No.
Yeah, that was a word that you said before, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It was really nice having this chat with you. And, of course, keep enjoying the campus. And I want you to say goodbye. If you can also say goodbye to your family. Shout out to your family friends.
Bye-bye.
But like in your language.
Hi, Mama.
How would you say it?
Okay.
I would say in German and in Danish.
Like bye?
Bye, yeah.
Okay. Tschüss, tschüss, Mama.
Tschüss.
In Danish, it would be like, vi ses.
Tju en visse.
Bye.
Hasta aquí Global Connection. Te esperamos en nuestra siguiente emisión, el miércoles a las 11 de la mañana, solo en Tech Sounds Radio 90.